Chapter 95 of the Ontario Reader's Third Book by the Ontario Ministry of Education. Read for LibriVox.org by Lucy Perry, in Bath, on March 13th, 2009. The Snowstorm by Whittier, from Snowbound. The sun that brief December day rose cheerless over hills of grey, and darkly circled gave at noon a sadder light than waning moon. A chill no coat, however stout, of homespun stuff could quite shut out. A hard, dull bitterness of cold that checked mid-vein the circling race of life-blood in the sharpened face. The coming of the snowstorm told, the wind blew east, we heard the roar of ocean on his wintry shore, and felt the strong pulse throbbing there, beat with low rhythm our inland air. Meanwhile we did our nightly chores, brought in the wood from out of doors, littered the stalls and from the mows, raked down the herd's grass for the cows, heard the horse whinnying for his corn, and sharply clashing horn on horn, impatient down the statchian rows, the cattle shake their walnut bows, while, peering from his early perch upon the scaffold's pole of birch, the cock his crested helmet bent, and down his querulous challenge sent. Unwarmed by any sunset light, the grey day darkened into night, a night made hoary with the swarm and whirl-dance of the blinding storm, as zigzag wavering to and fro crossed and recrossed the winged snow. And ere the early bedtime came, the white drift piled the window frame, and through the glass the clothesline posts looked in like tall and sheeted ghosts. So all night long the storm roared on, the morning broke without a sun, and, when the second morning shone, we looked upon a world unknown, on nothing we could call our own. Around the glistening wonder bent the blue walls of the firmament, no cloud above, no earth below, a universe of sky and snow. The old familiar sights of ours took marvellous shapes, strange domes and towers, rose up where stay or corn crib stood, or garden wall, or belt of wood. A smooth white mound the brush pile showed, a fenceless drift that once was road. The bridle post an old man sat, with loose flung coat and high cocked hat. The well curb had a Chinese roof, and even the long sweep, high aloof, in its slant splendour seemed to tell of Pisa's leaning miracle. A prompt, decisive man, no breath our father wasted. "Boys, a path!" Well pleased, for when did farmer boy count such a summons less than joy? Our buskins on our feet we drew, with mittened hands and caps drawn low, to guard our necks and ears from snow. We cut the solid whiteness through, and where the drift was deepest made, a tunnel walled and overlaid with dazzling crystal. We had read of rare Aladdin's wondrous cave, and to our own his name we gave. With many a wish the luck were ours, to test his lamp's supernatural powers. We reached the barn with merry din, and roused the prisoned brutes within. The old horse thrust his long head out, and grave in wonder gazed about. The cock his lusty greeting said, and forth his speckled harem led. The oxen lashed their tails and hooked, and mild reproach of hunger looked. The horned patriarch of the sheep, like Egypt's Ammon roused from sleep, shook his sage head with gesture mute, and emphasized with stamp of foot. All day the gusty north wind bore the loosening drift its breath before. Low circling round its southern zone, the sun through dazzling snow mist shone. End of chapter 95. This recording is in the public domain.